Hello everyone. I have a gentle morning stretch video that you can do before you get out of bed. The idea is to give you a quick routine to warm up your body before you start your day. Let's get started. So you're going to start this routine laying down on your back in bed, and the first thing you're going to do is bend up your knees. From here, finding a just nice comfortable position for you, the first thing you're going to do is bring your knee into your chest. From here, you can put your hands either behind your thigh or on top of your shin, just whatever's comfortable. The important thing here is to not strain into this stretch, but just to find a comfortable position that you just feel like maybe stretches your lower back out a little bit, stretches your hips maybe a little bit. You can find a little bit of a rock if that feels good. Just make it gentle, and again, looking for just a little bit of mobility and not a strain. You can use a pillowcase or a strap or something right here if you really want to, if even this is a little bit of a strain. So that gives you another option as well for comfort. I'm just going to take one more breath here in this position. Awesome. Now we're going to bring the same knee across our chest. So I'm going to lower my other leg down. You can either keep it up or lower it down. And you're just going to bring this opposite knee across your chest just a little bit. Again, same thing. We're not trying to strain here. We're just trying to go as far as feels comfortable and maybe a little bit of stretch in the hip or the back. Keeping the opposite shoulder down comfortably is a good rule of thumb for if you're going too far or not. So that should be fairly comfortable. Again, you can hug it in a little bit more if that feels better to you. You can keep this leg up if that feels better, just finding what's comfortable and what warms you up. Take another breath. Good, and then just gently rock back to your center here. If it's in your practice, you can elongate this leg up to the sky, either using a strap or not. Gently pull it in. But again, this is not to get like a big, deep stretch today. This is just to kind of warm up. So feel free to just keep your knee into the chest if you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and switch sides. So left knee into chest. Knowing that you might have a little bit of a side-to-side difference, that's okay. Just acknowledge it and kind of treat this leg as it needs to. So knee into the chest, taking a few breaths. And then again, bringing your knee across the body, lowering the leg as it feels good, if it feels good. Again, don't push or strain here. I like my opposite arm here just to use the weight of my arm comfortably on top of my leg, but that's completely optional. Opposite shoulders still comfortably down, and you're just breathing through this nice, deep, slow breaths. And if this is you, like that, you're only going just a little bit over, that's fine. All of our bodies are different. Just listen to what you need this morning. Getting back to center, bringing that knee in. Extending the leg up if it feels good, leaving it into your chest if it feels good, and just not trying to go for a super heavy stretch here, just warming up the legs. You can point or flex the toes if you like. Good. And from here, feet go down. We're just going to gently do some knee rotations. This is really nice again to warm up the spine. So knees are going to fall just a little bit to the left. Opposite shoulder comfortably stays down. And as you exhale, belly button gently comes into your spine and brings your knee up. So basically you're using your stomach muscles just a little bit to bring your knees back to center. Legs fall just a little bit to the left. Exhale, bring those knees back to center. Inhale to the right. And I just have my hands here on my stomach for a little bit of feedback so I can gently feel as I exhale, my stomach engage just a little bit. Again, I'm not tensing up or crunching, It's just very slight. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels good to you to go a little bit farther with that, that's fine. As long as you don't feel like you're straining, as long as it feels gentle to you. The idea is we're moving gently now. That way when we move more, requiring more demand as we just get on through our day, that it is that we're more prepared for it, we're more warmed up for it. I'm going to settle here back at center, and we're going to do a few pelvic tilts. So again, I'm going to keep my hands here on my stomach. You can put them on your hips if you prefer. But what we're going to do, as you exhale, you're going to gently tilt your low back towards the bed. So gently pressing your low back into the bed. And as you inhale, you're just going to release and relax. So you're not arching then, just relaxing. So again, here, exhale. Pressing my low back into the bed just a little. Inhale, relax. Notice again, my shoulders are staying down and relaxed. As I do that, I'm not crunching up or tensing in my shoulders. And for some of you, that's going to take practice. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I need to tense that up. But that's part of this practice, is to let that go a little bit and just let the work kind of stay in the core and let the spine move a little more effortlessly rather than straining. Sorry if I got off on timing a little bit there, but all of our timing is going to be different anyway, so that's okay. Inhale. So from here, we're actually going to march our legs in that position. So if it's comfortable, I want you to gently pull your belly button into the spine, press your low back into the bed, and then we're going to march our legs back and forth, just trying to maintain that little bit of a tilt in the low back. Again, I don't want you to feel like you're pressing and straining really hard. It shouldn't feel super strenuous or difficult. It should just be fairly gentle. You're going to feel like that's a little repetitious, but that's just to get in your head that this is more of a warm-up, so that should be pretty relaxed. If you don't feel like you can really do that low back press, if that bothers you, then, just kind of keep your abs gently engaged if you can, and move those knees back and forth without worrying about tilting. That's just fine. March up as high or as low as, again, feels comfortable to you, feels natural to you. And still breathing through this. It's funny how we add any more complexity of movement and then we want to hold our breath. So make sure you're still breathing with this. Good. Awesome. We're going to move next into a couple bridges. So just adding a few knee rotations because that feels good to me this morning. So you're welcome to do that as well. So here, adding a few bridges. My hands are going to come down to your side. You can leave them on your belly if you like. And I'm going to just gently pull in my stomach muscles, squeeze my glutes just a little bit, and then you're going to lift your hips up off the bed. If you have a really squishy bed, this may feel a little difficult, so you can just engage the core, engage the glutes, and then press into the bed a little and don't worry so much about the lift. I'm on my pretty firm couch right now, so it's a little easier. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale down, engaging my core and glutes just a little bit, and then lifting. I'm going to do about 2 more of these. Lower down. Exhale, engage and lift. So what it would look like if you were just putting a little pressure. Again, as you exhale, you would engage and press your heels just a little bit, but not actually do that full lift, and that's okay. Relax. Good. From here, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, just above the knee. Some of you may need to slide your left heel down to make that feasible, and that's completely fine. So just take a breath here. Just note what you're feeling. If you feel a stretch in your hips, if this is already difficult for you, or if this is pretty comfortable. And if you like, you can bring that left knee into your chest. Again, that's just if it's comfortable to you. So and how far you bring it into your chest is up to you as well. So some of you may just kind of bring it in a little bit. Others may hug it in a little bit more. Again, just kind of note where your body is today. Every day is going to be a little bit different. And I'm just adding a little bit of a rock to this because that feels good to me. So you can just stay and breathe or add that little rock if you like. Good. Lowering down. And I'm going to switch sides. So left ankle crosses over right now. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, I'm pretty rotated out, so my leg pretty easily falls out. Some of you may be more the opposite and rotate it in. That's okay. So if this is the position you're in, allow that leg to kind of feel like it's opening up, but don't feel like you need to push into any positions that aren't comfortable to you. And bringing the knee into the chest if it feels good. Doing a little bit more ankle movement, especially if you have any foot pain when you first get out of bed. It's nice to move those ankles around a little bit before you get out of bed. Good. Go ahead and lower that leg down. All right, and so from here, I'm just gonna scooch over a little bit using a bridge. I'm gonna roll to my side and bring my legs off the bed, press myself up. So that's a really nice, gentle way to sit up in the morning, especially if you are a little stiff, versus kind of heaving yourself up straight from your back. So a little scooch and roll is always going to be a little bit more gentle to wake up the spine. From here, you're just going to do a little bit of a cat camel. So you're going to look up into the sky, arching your back just a little, and then exhale, you're going to curve the spine down. Inhale, looking up just as much as feels good. Letting the back arch just a little, and then exhale, curve. You can put your hands around your knees if you like, on your hips, wherever you feel like your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You might find you can move a little bit more as you warm up here. You might find you don't have a lot of movement, and that's okay. Just do what you can comfortably. Good. Settling in at center. I'm going to place my hands gently on my hips. Shoulders are still relaxed, and I'm going to engage my stomach muscles. And I'm just going to start marching my legs up a little bit. And I'm just still breathing with this. For those of you that felt a little awkward in the laying down version of the marches, this might feel a little more comfortable to you. So just a couple of different ways to again warm up the back a little bit, start engaging the core a little bit as well. All right, and then very last thing here, I'm going to have you lean forward just a little bit as if you're about to stand up, and you're going to put a little weight in your heels, engage your glutes a little bit, and then just kind of settle back down. So it's like a little prep to stand up. Lean, put a little weight into your legs, and then sit back. If you feel like you have a little more gusto this morning and it doesn't hurt, you can lean and actually lift a little bit and then lower back down. If that is painful or strenuous in any way, then I just want you to put a little bit of weight in your legs. Just engage the glutes a little bit and make this kind of a prep. That way your glutes are a little more ready to assist you when you do that actual stand. And then this one, we're actually going to stand up. So a little lean forward, engage your glutes, and stand up. All right, everybody, that's your morning routine. Have an excellent day. See you later.